Jerry, it felt like a game of two halves today, a frustrating first, but a decent showing from your side in the second.
Yeah, I thought we were excellent second half. Credit to St Albans sometimes. And I said at some point we're gonna have a moment in a game when it doesn't quite happen for us physically, because we've been embroiled in so many tough battles, so many games, Saturday, Tuesday. And with a small group, it's really challenging. I've said that week in, week out. So today, first half, combination really of some really good movement from St Albans, some excellent play, possession-based football. We were sort of getting there just as the ball's gone, couldn't quite get up to the ball, and they caused us loads of problems with that. So they're the better side. They went in 2-0. I'm not sure whether it should have been 2-0. It's tight affair, but we never really got anything going. We've hit the bottom of the post, obviously, first half, and a few half chances. But I felt as if we were a little bit negative in our play. We were playing backwards a lot. The pitch had changed from Tuesday night to being really zippy to being really bobbly and quite dry actually, and difficult to play on. So we sort of recognised at half time we probably had to be a bit more direct and go into the front. But the 2 goals are soft as well. There wasn't great defending from us, obviously. One of our centre-backs let him come inside for the first one, and then obviously there's a little bit of a collision for the second one, which shouldn't happen anyway. So anyway, yeah, we're coming 2-0. The one thing I know about my group, Matt, is that they're gonna have a go, and we lifted them at half-time and we said, look, if you're going to go down being a Bath City team, don't go down being anything not. And I thought the better side second half. I thought the last 35 minutes put on loads of pressure, scored a really good goal from a set piece. I thought we were a threat from set pieces all day. And then some dubious decisions obviously go against us as well when we're trying to get some ascendancy and some momentum in the game. You know, and it's difficult then. You know, I get booked for a nonsense really, because it's our ball. The ball comes, you know, when he stops play, it should be our ball. We've regained it in the middle of the pitch. We've got everyone in the box, so that's us. We have to regain that. So yeah, listen, some funny decisions went against us. Nothing less than what we thought was a really good, legitimate equaliser. Excellent free kick from Opie, Danny Greenslade. It looks level to me where I am, but the linesman's made the decision. And I think if he's going to make a decision, he has to be 100% sure. Don't think he was. So that went against us a little bit, but we'll be back again. It's not for the want of try and lack of effort. There was some real good effort. Just a little bit of fatigue had set in today, but really pleasing they show an attitude to try and get back in the game.
How pleasing is that for you when your side has played so much football against a team that, of course, has had a week off, a lot of fresh legs? You've come in and you've played a really good second half, and you must be really proud of the way the players have come out. Yeah,
man, listen, we've had to make some changes, and there's nothing against the individuals. You know, I've taken Tom off because of tactical reasons. We have to go with the front three and play up against their three. We didn't need to overload the middle of the pitch, I didn't feel. And also we had to try and stop them playing out. The challenging thing with that, the 2 10s, was that the outside centre-backs have got to go and engage quite early. But their movement's really good and it's difficult to get your distances right. So yeah. And the other 2 changes is fatigue, literally. You know, Chris has played a lot of football for a 37-year-old. And I felt as if it was going to be a game where it was really athletic. Not so much possession based, which you know he's very good at. He can do the other side, but I wanted to give him a breather. There's always a bigger picture, Matt. And then Dan Hayfield's been absolutely outstanding at right wing back. And of course, when you've got Opie on the bench, it's a different dimension. We haven't got that. Someone who's got pace and beat people in 1v1s with raw pace. And I thought he was great when he went on as well. So yeah, on another day, we probably could have got an equaliser. Did we deserve it? Maybe. But you have to give credit to an opposition sometimes, and I thought they were great. But we, as you said, really pleasing for me and my staff that the boys come and had a right good go in the end.
Lots of positives to take from today, one of them being Sonny Cox back on the score sheet, just how big an impact his team made since coming in on loan.
He's been brilliant, absolutely revelation, honestly. If that boy's not in Exeter's first team next season, I told him I'm going to be disappointed. I think he's going to go back and have a really strong pre-season. He's played at the level below. He's now coming in here and making a huge impact. I couldn't start him today, he had a hip problem. So what you don't want to do is actually, you don't want to flog these young players, and you don't want to expose them to injury. That's the last thing I want to do. A, for their parent club and for the individual, but also for our team. We've got 7 games left and 7 massive games now. And it's a really good position to be in, because I said the gods may be looking down on us when we look at the league table tonight, which is always a dangerous thing to do. But hey, with 7 games to go, we've got to know where you are. And we're only 2 points off the playoffs still. So we are where we were before the game. And maybe someone's saying, you know what, let's give Bath City that little breather they deserve, but make sure no more points go away from them. So we're still in striking distance with some really exciting games to come up. The Easter period obviously is going to be very important. First and foremost, we've got Tuesday night at 3, and we'll go and do that properly. We'll try and give people, if we can, some breathers. And then we'll look forward to what will be a totally different challenge at Welling. That's going to be a real physical encounter. And and one we'll have to stand up to. But we're really confident. Nothing changes. The group is still in good spirits. We won't come away from what we're about. And I don't think we did today. So, yeah, it just didn't go our way. And that was always going to happen at one point. We weren't going to be unbeaten in the run-in. It's how you react to it. And I'm sure we're going to react in a positive manner.
Edwards came on today and made a real impact when he came on, getting the corner that led to the goal. How impressed are you and how pleased are you to have someone like that in your side? Well,
it's great on twofold, really, because he's a good player, but also because I know him as a character. He's been here before. I think everyone's connected when he came on as well. It was a really good reception. He knows how I work. He understands his roles and responsibility within this team. He's not going to be match fit because he hasn't played for such a long time. He has been training with us before we sort of went into this real busy period. He trained with us for 2 or 3 weeks at SGS. So yeah, we were waiting on his international clearance. Been at Rochester in New York, and they've gone into liquidation, so that's freed his contract up. And we were awaiting international clearance. And 7:30 last night, I get a phone call off Quentin, and really pleased. And I phoned him, and it was really great to hear the excitement in his voice that he'd be available for today. So no hesitation in putting him on the bench. But he's going to need some minutes to get up to speed. But great character, great lad, and a really good player. So as I said, he gives us something different. He'd be really important for us for the running now.
Another real positive today as well. It's the first time probably a lot of people have seen Alex back on the grass. Right. Alex Fletcher. I mean, that was a brilliant reception for those inside Tottenham Park that saw him doing a brief warm up. But how brilliant is that for you to see him back on the pitch?
No, really good. Yeah, there's nothing really come out for Alex over the course of time, but it's only because he's putting his head down and getting on with it. He's making strides in his recovery, of course. Yeah, really good. He's come, as I said in my programme notes, he came in really early and worked with Joe Rains. Another positive that is Joe will be on the bench for Froome, by the way. But with Alex, yeah, he's done a 12-minute run. He's doing everything physically he can at the moment without anything contact-wise. He's got some appointments next week to go and see some people, some specialists, and that'll be really key to his progression going forward as well. But really pleasing. He certainly looks more like the Alex Fletcher we know. He's physically looks great. I think he looks healthy. Even in his run in there, he's doing so well in his run, as you saw going round. It doesn't look dissimilar to how he was before. But of course, he knows he's got some roots and some long ways to go. But yeah, everything he's doing at the moment is really positive, gives us a lift every time he's here. Pleasing to have him with us. And like I say, it's another positive from the day.
Another challenge on Tuesday night away at Froome. Does league position change your mentality going into it, or are you hoping to keep that winning culture up?
Well, we want to win every game. We want to try and get in the final of the Somerset Premier Cup if we can. The bigger picture, of course, is the league campaign. Of course, we're not going to risk players if they've got knocks, bumps and bruises, but we haven't really got a lot to go and change. So we're not in a position as a football club financially that we can go and get players in. So that's why Opie's done brilliant for us. He's freed up and he's coming, and he's doing us a bit of a favour, if I'm being honest, and that shows the sort of character he is. So yeah, we'll have to go with what we got over there. As I said, there will be Joe Rains be able to get some minutes. It won't be a lot. It'll be probably 15 minutes on the end, if that. And then we'll see who's fit enough to go and play in that game and compete and try and win the game. And then we've got to go careful then with Thursday. We'll have a look at it, see if we come in. A lot of recovery strategies going forward. But the main important thing is mentally they stay positive and everyone around the place stays positive. It's been an incredible run we've been on, honestly, incredible. And there's no way I'm coming on here and criticising my group of players tonight, no chance. And I don't think anyone should. So anyone who wants to be negative about it, I would refrain from that if I was you, because there's no need to be. This group's been immense, and even today, the last 35 minutes give everything they had in their body for us, and they'll do the same for the last 7-8 games, that's for sure. So I'm looking forward to them, seeing them on Tuesday. We'll look forward massively to Welling away. How good are we away from home as well, by the way, so that's a positive. Looking forward to that. And like I said, no worries, we're in a really good position, and we'll come back with real energy, real positivity, and an enthusiasm to go and try and get a result.
Hard luck for today, and we'll see you in the week.
Cheers. Thanks, Matt.